me too much. Killed a couple of pros with his tanks, but not the best in the world. I don't know. Still, Lita trying to be more tricky than effective, I think. So I would still prefer him to just, you know, drop those tanks in the main base and have them sieging the choke point so that those Dragoons have to eat some shells by the time they come and clear it. But I guess this way he keeps his tanks alive, which is going to be pretty good. Those Arbiters, the Arbiter should be coming out pretty quickly, but I don't know if he's, you know, it's going to be a while before he has stasis or recall or anything of particular use to use that Arbiter with. Not to mention that he's only on 2 bases, so it's going to be pretty difficult for him to build up a huge army for that Arbiter to lead. But you know, Lita in a good position. You know, he's already done a lot of economic damage, and he's also keeping up with tech. He's got his science facility already built, so he's going to be working on his first science vessels to detect the cloaking that the Arbiter will bring, and he's probably researching EMP to counteract any stases or recalls.
Yeah, I like the job of sniping that he's doing here. Very nice, giving himself a nice buffer with these mines. And there's anytime to start feeling him out with his zealot, but and
that first Arbiter is now out, and the dropship was also killed. Lita trying to sneak in a couple of vultures, being able to lay a couple more mines up in the north, but Lita's tanks are being picked away by this Arbiter. He doesn't have any SCVs in the area to repair. It'd be nice if he had 1 or 2 SCVs, but using this low ground little area to do a lot of damage on uphill shots, and wow, that is pretty serious right there, killing off all of those Dragoons with you know, just a few tanks on the low ground.
Yeah, I think Lita played that perfectly, but anytime, that was questionable bringing that Arbiter out so soon, and just to take some pot shots at a tank. Lita was not fazed by that at all. You know, an Arbiter is not going to kill a tank after 30 seconds even. So,
yeah, it's going to take a while, and those siege tanks actually able to get sight with that first science vessel and take down the natural expansion, so Lita's in a huge lead. He's also building up his third.
He also looks like he's got a taste for any times units in his mouth.
Yes, it tastes like ribs. That's
Nice.
what Lita told me, and great
off.
EMP, so being able to counteract stasis before it's even researched, probably, and that so the EMP taking out the shields, the spider mines wiping out huge groups of Dragoons, so Anytime has just lost a ton of Dragoons, and Lita is just doing his nice slow march of the Terran all the way into Anytime's natural expansion. He has got lines of siege tanks backed up. He is using his vultures to lead and drop more mines, and another mine going off on that group of Dragoons, taking out a ton of Dragoons. Finally, a couple of Zealots coming in, and there's those SCVs that I was talking about to repair. Not quite in time, but the right idea at least.
Yeah, he's not even worried about doing any damage to that Arbiter. It's pretty much... Oh, there we go. Yeah, it was a non-issue.
GG!
I think that Anytime probably went for Arbiters a little too aggressively there.
Yeah, I mean, two-base Arbiters, you know, it's a possibility. It's something that you can do, but after you've already been harassed like that with all those vultures, I just don't think it's the best call. You know, try to secure another base and keep pushing it on to the later game. Like I was saying, Lita has been suffering, but Lita finally taking an ace match for Sparkyz.
Like I was saying, Lita finally due for a first Protoss win.
There it is, first of the season.
And I like how he did that. You know, obviously he was very careful, very slow and steady. Some of those drops were kind of weak, the second, third drops, but you know, he built upon everything, and that was very nice, very slow, very professional.
And there they show it there, Much sitting there wishing that he was in that game. I think he might have played it a little differently. But Sparkyz getting their first win in I can't even remember how many weeks. Finally taking an ace match, and that'll be that. So next week, or I guess later on this week, we will also have Sparkyz versus, who is this? We Made Fox, so that ought to be pretty exciting too. Hopefully Sparkyz gaining a little bit of momentum as round 3 approaches. Any last thoughts?
You know, Lita obviously pulling some momentum together on all fronts now against all the all races. He's pretty strong. What's his record now? 8 and 3 in the last 9 matches.
Yeah, something
or
like
11
that.
matches.
Right. Maths are hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's on a huge Terran versus Terran streak. I think he's undefeated against Zerg, and now finally, getting the monkey at least partially off his back and beating a Protoss.
So that's good for Sparkyz. Definitely good for Lita, and hopefully they can carry it on to the next matchup. We'll see.
And I guess we'll see you there. Thanks for watching.